Good morning, I'm Big Mike. Welcome back to Wandering Iron. So, I'm pretty sure that the van for my Christmas present yesterday decided to smoke the alternator. So, we're going to start by trying to replace the alternator this morning. So, on the front of this van, as you can see, it's fairly tight quarters in here with the air intake and being in the way and everything. But the alternator is right there. And we're going to get a good look at it as soon as I can manage to get it out. This tank comes out pretty easily. It's literally a hose. And just, boom, we're done. Oh, look at all the room now that we have. Supposedly. I don't know what this is. I've not quite figured that out yet. I'm still learning this van. But looks like 2 bolts maybe on the alternator. We should be able to get it out. So this bolt here, and there should be a bolt on the bottom there that I don't know if we can see it or not. Can we see it from this angle? We cannot. So, anyway, 2 bolts from the alternator. Top bolt down here, bottom bolt down here. Gonna have to unscrew things on the back. Might have to go inside and pull the doghouse to do that. But that's the bane of owning a van. But let's get started. Alright, so we got some weird angles going on here, obviously. And one of the things that I have to do is I have to get to the belt thickener, which is right there behind this lovely radiator hose. So, it does look like there's plenty of room to get in there and get to that. So let's try that. Okay, unfortunately I just don't have a good angle, but I've pulled out a 9/16 bolt. Pretty sure that's what it is. We'll test it real quick. Make sure. And that's how we find out that it is in fact not a 9/16 bolt. So let's go get a different bolt and try it. I'm just gonna squeeze in here real quick one more time. Yep, definitely not a 9/16. I think it's a metric. Hold on. Trying a 15. Oh, perfect fit for the 15. So let us get this belt off, and then we'll start on the alternator. Leverage is my key problem here. And it's not like I don't have plenty to go around, but trying to actually get on the bolt and then get the leverage with one hand, oh man, and then get the belt with the other hand on a van is a pain in the ass, let me tell you. Alright, so I stand corrected. There are actually 3 bolts on this alternator. Let me show you. Alright, got the belt off. There's a bolt here. There's a bolt down here. And on the back side of this alternator, there's an arm that comes in and bolts to the back upper right quadrant of that alternator. Plus, there's a wire. There's a plug on the back right here. And then there's a ground wire right about here on the back that I'm going to have to get to. Which means that I'm going to have to take the doghouse off. Alright, so doghouse cover is off. I don't want to get into it, but the guy before me that owned it broke these 2 tabs off. There and there, so you can't do it. I need to clean right here, also over there. So but I've been living in it, not literally, but you know, I go a lot of places in it. Anyway, the way this doghouse comes off, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to videotape it, but I will try, is you pull it back this way and then you tilt it this way. Sometimes you have to take the seats out to get it out, but most of the time I can manage to get it out without taking the seats out. So but yeah, pull it back, tilt this way. We're gonna go up and over the seats and into the back. All right, so my sister's here. She's gonna help me up and over. So, all right, let me slide my seat back. It gives me a little extra room. I don't think yours will slide back anymore, but you can try it. But your lever's on the side, and it's up all the way up against the bottom of the seat.
Yeah, I heard it.
Because there's 2 levers there. Do you remember? One to swivel the seat around,
yeah,
so you can face the back, and the other one slides the seat.
seat.
No, that's the swivel. Yeah, so higher, and it's right up against the fabric on the bottom of the seat.
It does not want to move though.
You lean it. You either pull it forward or push it back. It doesn't come up. It might be backwards. Forward. Is it forwards?
Yes.
Okay.
Nope.
It might already be all the way back.
Yeah.
So, okay. I know that I turned the tracks around on one of these 2 seats. And I
thought
think
you turned it around on that one.
I turned it around on both, I was pretty sure.
Did you?
I think you're not trying hard enough. That's my thing.
I think I'm not strong enough.
Oh, is that what it is?
I'm a weak person.
Oh, no. Because you're more. Pull it There you go. Exactly. Ugh. Now we got all kinds of room.
Whoa.
Yeah, and all kinds of stuff.
Dice.
Like, oh yeah, well, I have dice for the mirror. So, okay, anyway. Enough of that bullshitting around. See this tab right here that's supposed to have a 1/2-inch bolt in it? So that, you know, it attaches to the floor and there's no cutout for the carpet or whatever. There. Yeah. It's fine, really, but we're going to use that as a handle. So grab it, pull up, pull back towards the console that probably needs to slide back a little bit. There we go. All right. Okay. And then we're gonna bring the edge of the thing to there, right? And then I'm gonna grab it and just yeet it.
Yeet.
I'm gonna push that out of the way.
Don't eat this.
I'm gonna yeet this up and over the seats. And try not to get it caught in the headliner. Although this headliner's gotta come down. But
it is coming down.
I know. So anyway, and that is how you get a doghouse off. So let's get started on the next part. As you can see, that's the back side of the alternator. Trying to get in here so I can like show you guys what I'm looking at. There's a bolt right there. You see the bolt right there. And on this side, there's a little nut holding the wire on. We gotta take those two things out, and then we should be able to get the alternator out on the front side without a problem. All right, we've already got the 1/2-inch bolt out. Oh, you know what? I probably ought to like maybe loosen the battery cable. All right, so that was a test to test how alert you were to see whether or not you caught that I had not loosened the battery. And if you were screaming at the screen going, loosen the battery, then you passed the test. Safety first, kids. We're just gonna put this positive cable down here somewhere where it's touching the negative cables, and that'll be fine. See, it's fine. We're good. Let's just see if it loosens, or we're gonna strip a bolt. One of the two. That would be the wrong size. So I believe 3/8 is the right size. I just need a 3/8 long or deep well. So I'll be right back. We now have what I believe is the right tool. And it is not. So, bigger than a 3/8, smaller than a 7/16. Right back into the box. Which I'm betting it's a 10. But I don't have a 10 in a 3/8 drive. Or a deep well 10 in a 3/8 drive. I have a regular 10. Oh, look, that fits perfect. Ooh, was that loose? Oh, yeah, I think there's something wrong with this alternator, by the way. We're going to see when we get it out.
You're going to take it apart?
No, I think all we're going to have to do is look inside of it.
Oh, okay.
I shined a flashlight in it last night.
Yeah.
It did not look healthy.
You want to know something?
What's that?
I have no idea what a healthy alternator is supposed to look like.
Well, generally speaking, your copper wiring should be shiny copper wiring.
Okay.
For the most part. And it shouldn't be shiny on one, like, I say quadrant, but it may not be a quadrant. But it shouldn't be shiny on one quadrant and then not shiny on other quadrants. And what is this down here?
I don't know. What is that? Ew.
Ew. I know.
That's
like no bueno.
It looks like mustard.
It's not mustard.
Well, I realize that, but
something else.
It looks like mustard.
I've never seen that before.
Ew. Is it like mold or grease?
It's got a little coolant in it, is what it looks like. And I'm curious if there's no way my head gasket will blow. This thing doesn't overheat at all.
I think there's some on the top, on the underside of that bolt there.
I know.
Yeah. Ew.
Ew. What did you do?
I did nothing.
Right.
Yes, I secretly put mustard inside your car last night.
The rest of this, we now have to go back outside.
Okay.
This one's not a 1/2 inch. Fucking A, man. The one on the bottom should definitely be a 9/16, and it isn't either the right size. So I am not entirely sure. I'm gonna be really aggravated. That's like a 13.
So did somebody like just put random bolts on here?
No, nobody put random bolts in there. What it is this is about the time that American car manufacturers, were swapping over to, what is this one? Is this a 15 millimeter? Other one's going to be 16 or 17. Probably going to be 17. American manufacturers were swapping from SAE, or Standard American. I don't know what the E stands for, honestly. So, to metric. Oh, come on. It's okay. Listen, little bolt. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm completely safe. I'm not going to hurt you. I will, though, if you don't loosen up. It's going to be one of those that can't be tight if it's liquid situations. It's coming, though. Oh, fuck. Don't buy Vans, kids. It's a gateway drug to probably something else more ridiculous.
Gateway car.
I do like having the van with a bed in the back. Break down on Christmas Day, can't get tools. Guess what? You got a place to sleep. Sorry, parts. Can't get parts, not tools. Oh, that does not have a bolt on the back, does it? It does. Is it welded in? It might be.
You know what I find annoying about what you're doing?
What?
That the bolts are not all the same size.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's some technical reason for that. Each bolt probably has some sort of different torque that it has to deal with, considering its position.
Annoyance.
Oh no, totally agree. But it's one of those like necessary evil things.
Yeah.
You know? So you kind of acknowledge it and then don't think about it. I'm gonna be really angry if I gotta take the fan tread off in order to get to this, and the upper radiator hose. Sometime today. I don't play with myself this long. That's unnecessary. We're almost there though, because it's getting easier. We're hitting the fan now, which is good. Jesus, Chevrolet. There's no way that's still in there.
I think it's just like turning.
It's not in there. Yeah. I could get the fucking tension off of it.
Get out of there.
Freaking. Alright, so we're going to abandon this here. Call a tow truck to come haul it away.
Remember that one time in the 84 van? And like your tire or something?
Oh, yeah.
And we were at the gas station.
And they were like.
And then like the police chase
ended like right behind the. Yeah, I was trying to replace the tire and we were like a mile from here. And the police chase ended right behind the 84 van.
We were like, oh, guess we can't go anywhere.
Oh shit, I'm seeing threads.
What?
I'm seeing threads. Ta-dum!
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Why?
So, because torque. I'm pretty sure. Alright, so hopefully this just like sort of swings this way and then out and out. You know, or not.
I mean, you hoped.
I did hope. Why is that not coming out just like easily? Because of this bolt right here. It's actually threaded into the ear here on the alternator. And you have to loosen it and pull it out before you can pull the alternator out. Okay. Now that the alternator really is loose, Should be able to lean it over, pick it up. I said pick it up, and just come straight out with it, like this.
Ta-da!
I got no ta-das.
I'm sorry.
I gotta get past the radiator hose and all this other stuff. I mean, you know, it's a premature ta-da. Really, you just don't need a premature ta-da.
No, it's ta-da because you got
ta-da!
it loose.
We're out. So
Yay.
now, because the neighbor's leaving and his car is loud, we can't really hear it. As soon as he pulls away, you hear how that sounds on the inside? That's a bad bearing.
Okay.
On the alternator. So that's probably what burned it up. But what concerned me, and let me go get a flashlight real quick. Can we see through the top here? I don't know if we can see
Sort of.
what the problem was.
I can see the...
It does not want to spin at all. It's bad. One of these quadrants last night looked burned up.
I don't know if I can get that. But...
I don't know if you can either. Okay, I think you can kind of see it right here. Maybe. I can kind of see it. Just barely. But if you look in there, see if I can get it to focus on it. Come on, focus. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see? That's what I was saying. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but it don't look right. So, it looks like melty. So, anyway, to the parts store. Alright, brand new alternator required from Advanced Auto Parts. $96 for the alternator, came out to $104 with tax included in Texas. So, now we gotta find a Dr. Pepper, otherwise somebody's gonna die. Okay, now that the urge to kill has subsided, it's basically just a repeat, but like reverse process, to put the alternator back in. And my sister needs to eat, so she's doing that, and I'm just gonna put the alternator back in. Maybe show you, maybe not. If I could show you stuff as I go, I will. Okay, the alternator is now in, and let me show you. As you can see, it's in there. It's sitting just right. I've reconnected the battery. We have 12.3 volts. Let's see if I can give you that. 12.3 volts showing. So we're going to crank it and see what it says. It's making noises. All right, let's watch this here. 14, 14.1, 14.2. All right. So, alternator's back in and my problem has gone away. The problem that I had last night was that I knew the bearing, a bearing was making noise. It had a little trouble with the power steering pump. It's got a little bit of a leak, and it was making some whining, and I thought maybe it was that. And then last night, on our way to get ice somewhere, me and my mother, I started smelling a burning smell, and I was pretty sure it was from the van. And I looked down at my voltmeter, and it read 12. So, got the old alternator out. You saw how bad it was. Took it. They saw how bad it was. New one's in. We're making power. So, and that's pretty much it. So there's really not a whole lot else that I can do except button all this back up. And everything is just a repeat process of what I showed you guys earlier. So, and while we have everything apart, you know, I figured probably gonna put this filter in that I've been carrying around with me for, you know, since February. It came with the van. You know, and there. Perfect. Anyway, that's it. Peace.